Hey y'all, out here walking around my neighborhood. Got this hat on, one of Blake's hats, because I don't have any hats, but my scalp's burnt where I was walking so much at work. So it is Sunday and I just got my hair cut. Y'all can't tell. Got a couple inches cut off. I didn't get any color, just decided to stick with getting a cut. But yeah, it's pretty. And this hat, it's taking me out. But this is gonna be the start of, I think, me reading my friends' favorite books because I don't know what to read, and I'm going to use this as motivation for me to start the first book. Okay, I'm back. There's people coming. So yeah, like I said, this is going to be me starting to read my friends' favorite books, just like Oceana did. I got the inspiration for this video from her because she recently read one of my favorite books. And so in this video, y'all be seeing 3 books that I want to read, and they're some of my friends' favorite books, so let's just go ahead. So the first one I'm going to be picking up, y'all, dun dun dun, a Jamie Jo Wright. That's right, your girl's going to be reading a Jamie Jo Wright book. After I DNF'd Souls of Lost Lake last year, I just didn't know if she was like an author for me at all. I hear so many good things though. So like Echoes Among the Stones is the first one I'm gonna read, and that's my bestie Lindsay Lemus. That's one of her favorite books. Now, she does not have a channel, but she has Instagram. I'll link her Instagram below. She posts daily scriptures and reads a ton of books. I'll tell you right now, I wish she had a channel. Y'all, she reads like 20, 30 books. Ain't nothing for her to read 20, 30 books in a month. So yeah, I think she's already read like 70 so far. So she's a reading queen, okay? And I know she'd be doing good if she had a channel. Hey girl, this is my little plug. But I talk to her every day, and she is very supportive in the booktube, Christian booktube community specifically, and just love her so much. So she's the one who already knows that I'm doing this for her book, because I talk to her on a regular every day. I had to tell her. So I was like, look here, girl, I need to give you all the thoughts while I'm reading this book. So hey girl, hey, that's what's happening. I'm gonna start that book. Okay, let me try to read this synopsis, y'all. So this says, after Aggie's career is unceremoniously ended by her own mistakes, she finds herself traveling to Wisconsin, where her grandmother lives alone in her vintage though outdated home. Aggie didn't plan for how eccentric, hold on, how eccentric her grandmother has become, obsessing over an old unsolved crime scene, even going so far as to recreate it in a dollhouse. Now, I don't know about that, y'all. We'll see. Then it says that mystery seems to follow Aggie when she finds work as a secretary, helping to restore the flooded historical part of the town cemetery. Forced to work with a puzzling yet attractive archaeologist. Ooh, an attractive archaeologist? Okay. Yet, sorry. She exhumes the past secrets and unwittingly uncovers a crime that some will go at length to keep hidden, even if it means silencing Aggie. So that's the one timeline. And usually, Jamie Jo has like dual timeline from what I've understood. All right, so let me try to get to where I can read the next part. All right, then it says, in 1946, Imogene Grayson works in a beauty salon, but has her sights set on Hollywood. But she comes home to discover her younger sister's body in the attic, and it changes everything. Unfamiliar with the burgeoning world of forensic science, and as a woman not particularly welcome to the investigation, Imogene is nonetheless determined to stay involved. As her sister's cold case grows cold, Imogene vows to find justice no matter what. So yeah, we got 2 timelines here. I couldn't read and talk. I don't know what it was. I couldn't read and see what it was saying. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. And so I'm gonna start listening to the audiobook right now. But yeah, I just thought I'd pop in while I'm walking, trying to get some walking in around the neighborhood, and I'll check in with y'all a little bit. Hey y'all, so we have got my bike here. And I got this. It's kind of like they called it the knockoff Peloton because I was not about to buy that, but it's like $500 when I bought it a couple years ago, and I did pretty good for a while and fell off. So we're gonna get on here. You love how I'm mixing in this with something else with reading. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, I've got this fan here. I'm gonna need it because I'm already hot before I even get on here, honey. So we're gonna do that. But I'm in Blake's room, by the way. He's got his gaming computer all set up in here. So this is where we put the back. And I did listen to a few chapters of Jamie Jo Wright's book, y'all. That's what I'm gonna be listening to on this while I do my workout. And it is really good so far. Like, full-blown murder mystery. Like, I'm here, need to know what happens. So yeah, we're gonna dive in and I will check in afterwards. Hey y'all, it is Monday morning and I didn't get to update after working out on my bike last night because things got real crazy. I was busy. So I did listen though to up to almost 50% of Jamie Jo Wright's book. Y'all, this book, I'm really surprised how much I'm liking it, which it doesn't have that creep factor like some of her books do from what I've understood anyway. So I knew this would probably be one that I liked more. But the audio is really good. If I was physically reading it, I may not be as engaged, but I'm really engaged in the narrator and the two perspectives here with two different timelines. And the way that Jamie is like interweaving these timelines is beautiful. And I need to know. Okay, so I told y'all how this is about this girl's grandma, this girl who goes to see her grandma, and, you know, she had a dollhouse. It's like recreating the crime scene. So I finally got to the part, you know, where we're figuring out about this dollhouse, and like her grandmother's kind of going through some stuff. So it's like, what? And you're like, how is she connected to the past timeline? Because you are just trying to figure out how they're connected, because you know that they're connected in some way by now, right? And it's like, what? And so, and then in the past timeline, we're dealing with the sister, you know, the grief of losing her sister. And it's just the way that Jamie writes about grief and the process of grief in this. Wow. I really like the way she's done this. You know, I'm not someone who deals with death well at all. Like, it's hard for me to read about and all that stuff, losing a loved one and things like that. But, so if that's hard for you, you know, this might be kind of hard for you, but the way she's writing about the process of grief, I really like that. I just really like how she's doing it. So, yeah, I just need to know who's killed this girl. How is the grandma connected to the past? I need to know. So, that's kind of where I'm at. Right now, it's sitting at like a good 4-star, solid 4, because I'm really enjoying it. And it's just like a good mystery and all the things. So yeah, hopefully I can finish it in the next day or so. I'll definitely be listening tonight. And so sorry if you hear the rain coming in. We got a little bit of rain this morning. And last night for dinner I put on my Instagram story, but I didn't get to film it or nothing, but it was pretty good. It was cheese tortellini with like a cream sauce. It was really good, like some tomatoes and spinach, so it was really good, in a side salad. So yeah, I had plenty left over. So that's what my lunch is today, y'all. We got some left over here, y'all can see it. But because it was pasta, I had a second workout. That's why I had to do that. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a great week this week, which you'll see this later. Anyway, whenever you're watching this, hope you're having a good day and all the things. And so got my fruit, got my oatmeal, taking it with me. I told you about this oatmeal, so I'm gonna eat that this morning. Got a really busy day at work, so I probably won't check in until later today. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick update since I did get like halfway through that book, and I've been telling Lizzie, look here girl, this book, like, I'm really liking it. So which is just, like I said, it's really surprising, because I don't know, after reading that, The Souls of Lost Lake was so creepy. But I really didn't know, y'all, I didn't know nothing about no Lizzie Borden. Did y'all know about this? So like, apparently that's kind of like inspired. The Souls of Lost Lake is kind of inspired, I think, like almost like a Lizzie Borden type case. And no wonder I was like, I can't. Like, anything with an axe like stressed me out. So that's why I just couldn't get on with it. But it was real creepy. Like, I read 100 pages, I was like, I can't. So, and a lot of people love it, but it was just not for me. And so, but I said before, I do want to give her another chance, because I like, you know, not every book's for you by every author, right? So, yeah, I didn't know anything about Lizzie Borden, though, until recently, and I was like, what? I mean, Blake has an aunt and uncle that live up there near where all that stuff happened, and that's wild to think about. I need to talk to them about it, because I'm like, I didn't even know about this. Like, sorry, I don't know my history very good. So anyway, that's it from me. Monday morning chat. I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll update y'all later. Love y'all. Hey y'all, update. It's been a little bit, I think, since I've updated y'all, but I'm on my way to work, and I'm almost done with this Jamie Jo Wright book. I've got like maybe 15 pages left. This morning when I was drinking my coffee, I had borrowed the Kindle version from the library because things are getting real, and I had to I couldn't do the audio no more. So I was like, okay. So yeah, I've got maybe 15 pages left, and I didn't figure out. I finally know who did it, and I was like, what? No spoilers, but wow. I mean, this is a surprise. Girl, Lindsay, I'm gonna tell you right now, I've done been talking to her about this. I really like this book. I don't know if I'm gonna get 4.5, 5 stars. Like, there's something about the way that Jamie Jo did this timeline, and this murder mystery was just so wild, and everything back in this old timeline tied in with the new, and how are these characters all tied together. Oh my gosh. And the way she handled grief, I think I already mentioned this, but I love the way that she handled the grief. Had a couple characters. One character lost their mom, so that's kind of a trigger, just to let y'all know content. I don't feel like this was very creepy. It's more mystery leaning to me, mystery thriller side, but it had some faith content, you know, so that's nice to see, because you don't see that in a typical mystery, right? So at the end, you know, there's some nice faith content there that I really appreciate, and I actually screenshotted the sentence. I was like talking about grief and giving it, you know, to the Lord, that kind of stuff, and it's just, love that. But you know, for content wise, there is at the beginning of the story, it's not spoilers, but like at the beginning of the story, you know that one of our main characters has lost her mother to cancer, and then she's going to see her grandmother. Well, then we have the past timeline where this woman has lost her sister, and her sister's been murdered, and trying to figure out the case, right? So yeah, this whole interweaving of this timeline, and it's like, how is this girl and her grandmother tied back to this old timeline? It was so interesting, done really well. It's like 4.5 to 5 star. I don't know what my final rating will be. I'll probably put 5 star on Goodreads and put 4.5. Like, it was so good. It was really close to 5. I might just say 5. I don't know. I just need to read the last 15 pages and decide. But I just wanted to give a quick update while I'm on my way to work. I did work out last night. I've got my treadmill in, used the bike, all the things, and got my lunch again. I don't know if I showed this or not. Another lunch where it looks like this. You know, got a little cheese stick, some turkey sandwich with wheat bread, and some grapes. I am basic as I'll get out, but hey, it's fine. And it's supposed to be 80 degrees today. Well, I got my little short sleeve on, honey. Might have a little more storms this week. I don't know. But yeah, and so the next book I'm gonna pick up, I don't know which one, but I'll tell y'all when I do. How about that? It'll be next to the next little bit, because I'm trying to figure out which one of these I pick up next. One is kind of like a medieval fantasy, I want to say, Christian based, and the other is contemporary. I don't know if it has romance in it or not. I know it's contemporary, so yeah, I'll let y'all know here in a little while which one. But anyway, that's it from me, and I'll update y'all later. All right, y'all, so update on reading. I filmed this yesterday, but I was on the way home from work, and I couldn't remember half the character names because it's fantasy, and I struggle with remembering names and how to pronounce things. So we're gonna redo this. But I've got my coffee here. It is Saturday morning, and yeah, just a beautiful morning, and I want to update on a book I read about 170 pages yesterday. And I'm really enjoying this book, y'all. So first and foremost, this is one of Celestria's favorite books. If you're not following her, I'll link her channel down below, but she reads a lot of Christian fantasy, and she just did a video, which is so funny. She just did a video all about her favorite Christian fantasy books. So I will link that video down below as well for those that are interested. But this is one of her favorite books of all time, her favorite series of all time. She doesn't know that I'm reading this. Now, I did leave a little hint on her video saying, hey, I may be picking up one of these books soon, but she doesn't know it's for this video. So, hey, I'm not even gonna put it on Goodreads. Like, my Goodreads is gonna be quiet this weekend because I'm reading this one, and then I'm gonna pick up another one. I'm just so excited. So I'm just like, what? Amanda's liking this Christian fantasy. Hey, I think fantasy is a genre that I really like. You know, I've grown to really like it. It can't be too complicated, you know, but I really like the dynamics, especially the medieval fantasy. Yes. So without further ado, this is the book that I'm reading, and that is Resistance by J.L. Knight. I've got it on my Kindle. Sorry for all the glares, but here's the cover, okay? This is book 1 in the Ilion Chronicles. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, and y'all, it's really good. I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but I read 170 pages of this, and it's like 500 pages. I got real far in, okay? There's so much Christian allegory that I love. I love the allegory so much because it's so obvious. In this book, we have a character called Elam, and that is in reference to God in our world. So they talk about Elam just like Christians talk about God, and it's so refreshing to see, like, he is with you, he is for you, he has plans for you. We have all of that discussions going on. We have some persecution of those who believe in Elam, and it's just like Christian persecution in today and in the Roman Empire time period. And this is it's just really good. Like, the allegory is top tier for me because to me it's like easy to see, you know. And where do I even start with this? So in this book is telling the story of two different point of views. Okay, so we've got Karen, however you say it, and she has a twin brother, Caden. And so we see their point of view of how they're training in this Tarvin Hall, I think so it's called, and they're gonna serve this emperor, okay? And the girl ends up getting picked sooner than she thought, but she ends up being picked to serve the emperor, how do you say his name? I keep wanting to say Duncan. It ain't Duncan. Sorry, Celestia girl. I'm not good with names. My southern coming in. But Dican, however you say it. Okay. He is kind of like this bad guy who wants everybody to worship false gods. And she ends up having to go and serve him to read people, okay? And it's scary because she's a believer in Elam, which would be like being a believer in God, and then having to go to a king who wants you to worship false gods, right? We see that in biblical times all the time, right? And she doesn't know what she's gonna do. So yeah, we see that, and like I'm at the part where she's really just kind of getting into everything, going to this his kingdom and all this stuff, his castle, whatever, going over there and, you know, starting to have this whole new life. Like, she's gone pretty much from like being a servant to having to like serve this king and like being in fancy clothes and all this stuff. She's just like, what is going on? So we see that. And then we have this point of view of this guy named Jace, and he is half animal, half human, and people don't know if he has a soul. There's all this like conspiracy about him, but he is a believer in Elam as well, and he is with this guy, what was his name? Rayad. Okay, yeah. He's with this guy, Rayad, and at the beginning, and you see how he kind of takes him under his wing to help him. He kind of pulls him out of his old life, and he starts to help him, and they grow close. They have such like a bond, and he trusts him with his life. So Jace and Karen have in common that they both serve Elam, right? And it's a dangerous thing back in this time, okay? Because it really feels like medieval time period, honestly. But it's so dangerous because they're wanting to basically kill those who believe in Elam, right? There's all this persecution and all this stuff going on. And so they have to keep their faith a secret. Evil's at work, all this crazy stuff. Whereas wanting everybody to bow down to him and these false gods and everything. So it sounds like, I haven't got there yet, but I think from what the synopsis said, those two are probably going to meet up. A resistance is going to be formed. We love to see it. So that's kind of where I'm at. I ended up reading what is it, like 190, 170, something like that pages, I think, between that. And I think I was on chapter 18 or 19. And so we're just kind of going back and forth of the characters, and I'm really enjoying it. Like, I don't know, it's just easy to read, easy to understand. It's really hard to put this book down because I just keep wanting to know what's going to happen next, you know? Like, you know, this poor guy Jace is just despised by society, and he's just trying to become someone who can be accepted. I mean, he was a slave and considered an animal, and Rayad's like this wanted guy, by the way. He's a man of faith, and so he's really just trying to encourage him to stay in his faith. It's okay, you know. I don't know, it's just a really good story of where people are encouraging, the older people are encouraging the younger people to stay in their faith and pray to Elam, which would be like us praying to God. A very good Christian allegory. I mean, girl, Celestia, I'm gonna tell you right now, honey, I know why you like this, because it is so good. So yeah, we're gonna keep going, and yeah, I'm drinking my coffee, And let me go get the book I'm gonna read after this. Hold on. So once I'm done reading this, the next book I'm gonna read is one of Oceana's favorites. Hey, girl. Since she read one of my favorite books, this is the one that I couldn't show y'all at the library when I picked it up, but it's The Art of Losing Yourself by Katie Ganchert. And I'm gonna try to read it this weekend. So this weekend, I'm gonna try to get this done. Okay, try to get these books read. I mean, we're here. I couldn't believe the library had it because this doesn't have audiobook either, so that I can find. So I've got the ebook on my phone, and then I've got the physical book here. So this is not too long. It's a little about 200 and right at 300 pages. So yeah, I am just really excited to read this. I'm not gonna read the synopsis yet. We'll talk about it later. But that's it for the reading update for this video. I will check in with y'all later. Sorry I look crazy, but with transparency here, all the things. So yeah, I'm gonna listen to some more of, I've got the audiobook for Resistance and I've got the ebook. So I've been kind of reading along with it because I couldn't just listen to the audiobook where it's fantasy. I have to read along with it, but I like to hear both, do both. And I think the audiobook's only on the first couple of books, but I've already bought the book 2 and 3 on my Kindle. I'm here. So anyway, hey girl, hey. All right, I'll be back. Update, I am like 70-something% in on this book. I'm on my way to a work event tonight, and it's like a dinner. I wanted to give an update real quick about where I'm at with this book, okay? And y'all, the faith content, the allegory, I love the characters, the point of views. This is leaning 5-star. I'm just saying, Celestria girl, let's get it. This is the best idea for a video because you get out your comfort zone. You don't know what you're going to be reading, what you're going to be enjoying. And honey, this was just the best idea. So yeah, I mean, we're at like a climactic point in this story where things have gone down, honey. And I'm like, So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick update of I'm really enjoying it. Hope to finish it tonight so I can start the Katie Ganchert book tomorrow. And it's Easter weekend, so I hope that you all have the best Easter. Just so thankful for Jesus and everything that he has done for us, his sacrifice on the cross. Just really been reflecting on that this weekend, and always truly, but it's what a reminder this weekend. I ain't gonna talk too much on it because I get emotional, and we don't need me crying and burning in the eyes when I need to go somewhere. But thanks. Just so thankful for Jesus, honey. And I'm thankful for y'all too. So that's it for me, and I'll update y'all later. Hey y'all, on the way to work this morning, and it's been a little bit since I've done an update. I did finish reading Resistance by J.L. Knight, and wow, I'm gonna give it 5 stars. What? Like, I really loved that book. Like, there's something about it. It was a bit long, but I'm not gonna take any stars off of that because the parts I kept reading, I was just interested, you know? Like, I think pacing may be off for some people, but I feel like it was fine. I really enjoyed it. So 5 stars. I think the Christian allegory is top tier, especially in relation to Christian persecution. And as far as content goes, there wasn't anything in here that I would say is trigger warning for anyone, but I may find some of the persecution things a little hard to read, but I felt like it was not too much. So yeah, just such a good book and a great start to a series. I'm excited to see where we go from here with this Resistance. Like, let's go. Like, we ain't bowing down. That's exactly what she's saying. So these people ain't bowing down to no false gods, and I love it. So Celestria girl, look at this recommendation. Made me have 5-star read. I am so pumped about this series. I've already got book 2, 3, and 4 on my Kindle. So we here. And yeah, it's just like the Emperor is so like, the villain. Like, girl, I'm just saying, like, let's get him gone. Like, I'm ready for my team to just rise up, you know? So yeah, I really liked it. And I guess the fantasy part is like where she can like read people. It kind of reminds you of like Daniel in a bit. Like, it's almost like we're having some allegory tied to Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego type stuff. Like, they ain't gonna bow down to no false gods. Kind of like Nebuchadnezzar, that kind of story. I love it. But like, she can read people, and I guess that's kind of her skill. And it isn't too much fantasy for like no magic wise. Like, it's easy. Just, it's really more medieval in a different type of world, right? And oh my, I don't even know how to explain it. It just really was that great. And the Christian allegory is why I loved it so much, because to see the way these people stood up for God, their God, right? Elam is representative of our God, right? Like I said, to see these people stand up for who they believed in and willing to die, like, that's what it's about. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna read the next book. I don't know when, but it's definitely on my list. Thankfully, it didn't really end on a cliffhanger. It just left it kind of open where we're gonna see what happens next. And so yeah, I'm not like gotta read it right now kind of thing. Speaking of right now, I am reading this Fierce Marriage book, and that's not part of this video really, but radically pursuing each other in light of Christ's relentless love. So I'm like halfway through this, really enjoying this, and I'll talk about this more in a wrap-up video, but since that's not really what this video is about, but it's just a nonfiction about this couple's life and everything that they went through in their marriage, and how to, you know, truly show Christ's love in your marriage and pursue each other like it says, and, you know, not just be about me, but how can we really show the love of God in our marriage? And I'm loving that and needing this book. And then we have what I'm going to read next is The Art of Losing Yourself by Katie Ganchert, one of Oceana's favorite books. I'm here, got this from the library. I'm going to start this hopefully today and give some updates. I really don't even know. I haven't read the synopsis yet. I just picked it up because I know it's one of her favorites. I can't remember everything that this is about, but I know this has some very emotional topics. So yeah, I'll try to read the synopsis at some point later, but I'm driving right now, so I can't do that. But yeah, I hope it's good. And I know it's Christian, so I'm here. And yeah, this is the whole video reading Christian fiction. And yeah, I love these books I've been reading. And I just love that when you do a video like this, you pick a book that you don't know if you're going to enjoy. And when you get surprised, it's the best thing ever. So again, thank you, Oceana, for this idea, because I mean, I needed some video ideas, you know. I mean, content can sometimes get stagnant, and I really needed some ideas, and this is a wonderful idea. Today is Tuesday, April 11th, and I started this video, I don't even remember, it's been 1st of April, I almost said March, 1st of April, whenever I started that Jamie Joe book. So it's, you know, this video's taken a while, but hey, we're here. Can't wait for y'all to see it, and hope you're having a good day as always. I'm saying this every time, like it's a different day, but honey, I've been saying, you know, you're watching this on the same day. Why do I keep saying, hope you have a good day? I hope y'all have a good day. Yeah, I'd love to know what you're reading. Let me know what y'all are reading down in the comments. How about that? That'd be great. And I also really have to say thank you all to, like, I announced my Southern Readathon in the middle of me filming this, and I'm just so thankful for all the great feedback. It means the world to me. You all, some people have shared the videos. A lot of people have posted about it on Instagram, and I tried to repost everything I could find if it would let me, and, you know, comment back and things, but sorry if I missed anything. But like, truly, y'all are the best, and I can't wait to do a video just talking about books that I'm hoping to read in May for the readathon and possibilities, because at this point, what's a TBR? I don't even look at my goals, honey. I don't even know where I'm at, but at least I'm reading a nonfiction book. I know that's a goal. So it's probably my second one this year. So yeah, I really gotta, I ought to do that quarter crisis tag or whatever. Who knows what the questions are, because, you know, how am I doing with my goals? I don't know. I am going to start, I actually did start that Daily Grace Company devotion, preaching the gospel to yourself, but I've been leaving it at work, so I haven't had a chance to get into it. I need to take it home one weekend so I can get into it, but I only started like the first little bit, so I'd like to do a video on that. I think it's going to be really good. I read the introduction and that's it, so I'd like to do a video on that. I'll check in with y'all later and let y'all know about this book and how it's going whenever I get there. So yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Hey y'all. Coming in with an update. I have still not started this book, but I'm going to right now. I'm going to read a little bit of it. The Art of Losing Yourself by Katie Ganchert. And I've not been able to read the synopsis. Like I said in the car, I couldn't read it. So let's read the synopsis and see what we think, okay? Like, I'm literally picking this up on a whim because the library had it. I've not even read the synopsis. I can't remember even what Oceana said. I just know she liked it. So I'm struggling and ignoring the no makeup face transparency. But hey, you know, we're here. So All right, let's see. Hold on. Where am I at? Every morning, Carmen Hart pastes on what? What's it saying? Hold on. Every morning, Carmen Hart pastes on her made-for-TV smile and broadcasts the weather. Okay, so she's a weather girl. She's the Florida Panhandle's favorite meteorologist. I can't talk. Married to everyone's favorite high school football coach. They're the perfect looking couple. They live in a nice house and attend church on Sundays. But from the outside, she's a woman who has it all together. But on the inside, Carmen is struggling with doubt. She wonders if she made a mistake when she married her husband. She wonders if God is as powerful as she once believed. Sometimes she wonders if he exists at all. After years of secret losses and empty arms, she's not so sure anymore. About get me? I about got, okay. Until Carmen's sister, 17-year-old runaway, Gracie Fisher, steps in and changes everything. Gracie is caught squatting up at a boarded motel that belongs to Carmen's aunt, and their mother is off on another one of her benders, which means Carmen has no option but to take Gracie in. Is it possible for God to use a broken teenager and an abandoned motel to resurrect a woman's faith in marriage? Can two half-sisters make each other whole? So, I knew this had some heavy topics. And when it says secret losses and empty arms, sounds like miscarriage maybe. So, we'll see. I'm gonna, let's go. I have not experienced that, but it's always, as a mom, it's really hard to read it. It just really tugs at my heartstrings. I know a lot of people that have experienced it. And, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how I feel about this. So let's go ahead and dive in. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm already, like, crying. Okay. So, that's right. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Just the prologue. They're in, it sounds like the main girl, Carmen, you know, she's, looks like she's in a hospital or a clinic or something. And, oh my God, let's read the first. I'm telling y'all, this kind of stuff gets at me. As a mom, it really breaks my heart so much. Okay. And at the very end of the first little bit, the prologue, her husband's saying, tell me what to do. How can I make this better? And she's like, Ben and I did everything right. We did things God's way. Why wasn't this happening? Why did this continue to happen? And, you know, she says a baby would make this better. My heart. Oh, this book gonna get me. Girl, Oceana girl, this book gonna get me. I just did a Goodreads review, and you said you cried, honey. I'm already crying, burning in the eyes. Okay, woo. Let's go for a wild ride, okay? Are y'all ready? We're gonna go through it. Because the books that make you cry, the books that touch your heart are always the best books. And my heart. All right, y'all. I just finished it. It's really late at night. And wow, what an emotional adventure, y'all. Like, I'm a mess. I read this in a day. I mean, it's so late, but the ending, like, I'm conflicted about this. I really like this book up until the very end. It was 5 stars for me up until the end. I wanted closure. That's it. Like, I didn't get resolution, but it's realistic. And I felt like this needs book 2. I just feel like, is there a book 2? I don't know, but I wish there was, because I need to know the journey that they take after all of these events of like what happened. This was really a good story of these sisters, you know, Carmen and Gracie just coming together, and these two sisters going through really hard things. You know, Gracie's going through some hard stuff with her mother, who is in and out of rehab, kind of like I said, and she's changed schools. She's, you know, in that party stage and doing things she don't need to be doing, and just trying to figure out who she is, and just all these things, right? And goes to see her sister, and she ends up like running away and ends up going to see her sister and lives with her sister for a little bit, which is Carmen, you know, the one who is having troubles in her marriage, multiple miscarriages, just not really happy in her life. And it's almost like they're going through things. It does remind you, there's scriptures in Job are quoted in here, and it definitely reminds you of Job. To like his story, and even through everything that Job went through, he didn't complain, right? And like these characters are really learning how to navigate through hard times, and you know they're going through all the emotions, right? You know, we have an aunt who has dementia in here as well, so you know, wanted to mention that. And you see her quite a bit throughout the story, and it's sad, some things there. And like I said, you know, multiple miscarriages that, you know, Carmen's went through, and, you know, her marriage is struggling. There's just so much going on. I know I've already said all this. I'm repeating myself at this point, but, you know, she's questioning God and all of this. You know, they're trying to go through adoption, and, you know, things are not working out. And, you know, God is still good through all of this, right? And, you know, Gracie, she's learning, she's met friends that are in a youth group, and she's starting to learn who is Jesus. And I loved all of that. The ending is the only thing that's going to make this a 4-star, because this is a new author to me, by the way, Katie Gansert. I've never read her, because I was like, was that it? I don't know. Was it just me? I feel like, I'm like, wait a minute. There should be more. There should be more. So that's my only thing. It's like, I need more at the end. And there's some other people that said that. You know, I went on Goodreads trying to find my person. You know what I mean? Do y'all go on Goodreads and it's like, okay, who can I relate to on this review? I just feel like we needed more at the end. That's it. I can't talk about it without spoilers, but I'd love to see more with these characters. I loved the characters too. Like, she knows how to write a good character-driven book, and it was just filled with faith, scripture, you know, going to church, hard things. You know, if any of those things are triggers, you know, just mentioning, like I said, everything that I mentioned already, it could help some people, but I feel like we need more than again. So I'm so glad I read this. I binge read this and didn't even have no audio, y'all. So that's a big deal. And I had it on my phone. Thank the Lord I had this on my phone and had the library copy. So thank you for the library for kicking in here. But, well, don't drop it now. Okay, so yeah, I just really wanted to film an update. Like, as soon as I finished this, I cried, like I said, multiple times at this book. These characters, but I'm gonna get 4 stars just because, like I said, the ending, I wanted more of that out of that. It wasn't as wrapped up nicely as I would have liked it, but it's still so good. So yeah, really great vlog, y'all. This has worked out good. We'd love to see it. Okay, I'm at like 6 minutes now of this clip, so yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. Okay, I'm looking crazy. But I didn't want to film another driving clip in the morning, and that's why I was like, I'm going to film this right now. So, transparency. But I'm not feeling that great, but tomorrow's a new day. I'm going to get some rest. I'm also reading Nicole Deese's new release, and that's got lots of stuff. That's got some grief in it, so I don't know if I need to pick something up in the middle of this, because I put a poll out, see what y'all want me to read for this weekend. I'm going to do a reading vlog on one of the library books, so it's kind of close. I'll be interested to see which one wins. But anyway, that's it from me. I hope y'all are doing great. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you'd like to see me do more of this and picking out more of my friends. Oceana and Celestia still don't know I read these books. They're books. Is me and Oceana have very similar tastes when it comes to romance a lot of the times. And so I knew I'd probably like this 4 or 5, right? But Celestia and me, we don't always have the same taste, right? Honey, I'm gonna tell you right now, I found a new favorite series. That's wild. Love that. And then, you know, Lindsay Lemus kind of reads just like me. She reads like a wide variety of books, right? And Jamie Jo, I always said, I don't think I'm gonna pick her up. But y'all kept saying. And I was like, okay, Souls of Lost Lake was like an anomaly. I'm gonna read something else. And I found a new favorite, so I'm more open to her books now. So it's like, it just goes to show, like, number one, if there's a book that by an author that, you know, you didn't really like, keep trying other books by them. Keep giving them a chance. Number two, step out your comfort zone, honey. You never know what's gonna be your favorite, okay? And yeah, number three, read your friends' favorite books and talk about it with them, because I cannot wait to put this video out and have them be like, what? Amanda. I feel like, I mean, Lindsay, me and her done talked all about Jamie Jo, but I couldn't hide that from her. I talk to her every day. I was like, girl, I gotta tell you what I'm reading. But I'm really excited for Celestia and Oceana to see this. So, hey, girls. Yeah, I'll be reading book 2 in the Ilion Chronicles very soon, Celestia, and I will be picking up more Katie Ganchert. So, yeah, just really great book here. So anyway, I'm looping at this point. I hope y'all, again, what am I saying? I hope y'all are doing good. What am I saying? I'm cracking myself up. Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, y'all.